locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out of our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed. But that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action, and nothing but that action. And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in Radio Land? How you doing in the chat? We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Salute to everybody who joined in the show out there in Radio Land. Salute to everybody in the chat. We got Willie in the chat. I see you, Willie. We got S.E., Josh in the chat. Sincere Running Ray Real in the chat. Jeff,
I see you, Jeff, not really a city girl. In the chat, Lori Patterson from Baltimore is joining us today. Look, this is going to be a powerful show today. Powerful. And it is my 5-year anniversary. This is my 5-year anniversary. 5 years on the air, advocating, being a voice for the people. Powerful. Powerful. But as you know, it's Monday. Let's get the Miracle Minister Kevin on the lines for the Monday prayer. How you doing, brother? How you doing, Miracle Minister Kevin?
Happy New Year. I'm doing good, Tory. How are you
Happy New Year, the second show of the year. And it is the anniversary of the Tory Lowe Show.
4 years, right?
5. 5 years.
Oh, yes. I don't know why I'm still in 20. Yes, that's right. I don't know why I'm still back in 2025. It's 26 now. Let me do the math.
Well, you know, like I said, you get a little older. It take a little bit for them wheels to get to turning. That's okay. That's okay.
Hold on, Tory. You gonna call me older? You know, next week Monday I'm calling in for the show, and next week Monday is my birthday, so I'll be even older.
That's what I'm talking about. And we happy you here. We definitely happy you here because you almost didn't make it.
Absolutely.
It could have been a situation where you almost never would have made it, you know.
Yeah, never would have made it. That's Myra Sapp. Never would have made it.
Hey.
Without him.
Facts.
So, hey, I'm glad. I'm so glad that I am here because hopefully I get to see another birthday a week from now, and it's been a blessing, man. It's been a blessing.
Hey, look.
The New Year is okay so far.
Hey, look, you've been praying us in for the week every Monday in spite of anything that took place, and we appreciate you right here on the Tory Lowe Show. Powerful. A lot of people understand that prayer changes things. There's a lot of power in prayer. And for your consistency and faithfulness to the Monday prayer, we thank you, and we love you, and we appreciate you. Truth Nation truly enjoys the Monday prayers because it brings us together on one accord, and we love you for working your way through even some of your issues that you had to deal with through the years to come on to the Tory Lowe Show and make sure that we can get on one accord. And Pastor Milton from Miracle Temple would fill in when you couldn't, but and salute to Pastor Milton because we love him too as well. But once again, this is so important to the Tory Lowe Show to make sure that we have a prayer on the show to start out the week faithfully. Have that prayer faithfully since the Tory Lowe Show started.
It's been something. It's definitely a God said because you know, Tory, none of us had to be. You mentioned Pastor Milton. Yourself, me, we all had the opportunity to be taken out of here.
Right.
But, you know, God seen other things and nope, I got work for them to do. So put down your guns, whatever bullets you use, they ain't going to work. Any weapon that you try to form against him, they not going to work. It don't matter. So God seen fit for all of us to be here today with all three of us could have been taken out right in front of each other's eyes, you know. So
I agree.
We thank God for his mercy. His mercy endures forever. I tell you.
So what are your goals for 2026, Minister Kevin? I know you got a lot of things that you've been doing in the community. And what is your goal for 2026, Minister?
I heard you asking that on the radio last weekend. Did anybody call in with an answer to that?
No, that question that they didn't answer was what can they do to add value to the community in 2026. Okay. So it was crickets on the. I guess they didn't get that far. I guess they was trying to make sure that they was paying the rent because it was January 1st. So they was trying to make sure that rent got paid.
Yeah, I guess. My goals, I guess, for 2026 is to take it a day at a time still. Is to don't leave anything on the table. You know, don't leave nothing on the floor. Just go all in, you know, whatever I can do. And I know it's going to be a great challenge for me to do things, but I got to meet that challenge. I told them in church church yesterday, and I was dismissing. You know, I was like, I can't feel God. That's one thing I cannot do. I cannot feel God. You know, it ain't so much a man I'm worried about feeling, because people, they want to find failure, they'll find it somewhere. If they have to keep searching no matter what they got to know, as far as they want to search, it don't matter, search on. But I can't feel God, because he's the one that's looking. People think that, you know, because they're not in church, God is not looking. I mentioned that to them in Sunday school yesterday. Because, you know, the Gentiles will say, well, we're not a Jew, we're a Gentile. God ain't watching us. No, God's watching everybody. And they say it came before God, you know, and God will hold everybody accountable, whether you in church or out of church. Everybody will be held accountable. So I want to be make sure that I'm held accountable and I meet the standards what God is calling for, so he can look down on me and say, well done, my good and faithful servant. You know, I have a testimony, as we just talked about, and I have to share that testimony. I have to let everybody know how God has been there for us, because people need encouragement. People need to find hope. So I have to be there to give them that hope, let them know God is not going to fail you. You know, you have to, but sometimes you have to try not to fail God. It works both ways. It's not a one-way street. You have to not fail God. So that's my hope for 2026, is not to fail God and be out here and help wherever I can, wherever there's room for me to help, not barging in on somebody else's territory, just helping wherever I can help at, wherever God calls me to help.
That's powerful. And, you know, one of my goals this year is to make sure that I stay on the mission, on the purpose, because sometimes you get weary. You know, last year was a lot going on. I mean, I think last year was one of my busiest years. And come to find out that homicides is up 8% in Milwaukee, when they was trying to tell people that homicides was down, and then for the last couple years, and I kept telling people, you can't keep hitting the record. And when things subside, you got to get back to the median. And now we're finding out, as we get back to the median, that homicides is still up 8%. It's even down in Chicago and Baltimore, which have some of the highest homicide rates. But right here in the city of Milwaukee, the homicides was up. So I knew I was doing a little bit more than I normally do. And that's because of the homicides were up. And I was telling people that, but a lot of people was trying to go along when it dropped from the record that we're fighting against violence. And I said, no, that's not the case. And you remember I kept telling people that, but now we're starting to see that now that it's in the where it has reached the median, where homicides is even down in Chicago and Baltimore, but it's up 8% in Milwaukee. So that means that the work that they said that was being done was not being done. That's what I'm saying. So we got to make sure we stop falling for these false narratives and get more to what's really going on, so we know what to do.
Right, and then they also got to stand on people that were shot and survived too, and that's not helping their case either. So it is up. I seen it went up from it went up 10 homicides from the last year, 10 homicides, and each one is individual. We don't want to label it as a statistic. Each one is an individual that did not need to be killed, and 142 homicides is just way too many. You know, you down from 215, but that's not saying much, because that was way too high in the first place. You know, yes, in the COVID year and everything, but it's still way too high.
Well, like I said,
so don't. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Don't take credit for falling off a record year like you did something spectacular. No, it should never been high in the first place.
Right. Well, that's why we need that prayer, Minister Kevin. That's why we need people that are on the front lines that's willing to do the real work instead of trying to feed people delusion. And I've been trying to tell people ever since I got on this show, everything I told people is circled back to what I said in the way ahead of time. We got to get ahead of the curve and stop being reactionary so we can actually make a difference. And this is why we got to get on one accord. And this is why we got to come together in a great, mighty way and understand that through prayer changes things.
Amen. Lord God, it's a new year, a new week, and a new day. As such, we pray for a new mind. You said in your word, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. So we pray that this mind of peace, we pray for the mind of forgiveness. We pray for that mind of healing. We pray for the mind of sacrifice that you had. And we pray for that mind of love for all mankind. All of our troubles, pains, and worries, we put it on the altar of mercy and grace. Let us work within your will and not our own will. You have given us another chance, oh Lord, to get it right, and we refuse to let you down in 2026. So as we move throughout this time, you have allowed us to see, oh God, grant us with your protection and your courage and coverage to let us move on through 2026. I speak life and life more abundant. In Jesus' name, amen.
Hey, anything else you want to say, Miracle Minister Kevin?
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to get into the show. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Honest, direct, and always thought-provoking.
Nice people get applause. Oh, that was a thoughtful thing to say. It's like when you ask somebody a question and the person repeats back to you, good question. They're being nice, but kindness earns respect. Being nice pleases people. Being kind improves them, and that difference, the one personal strength you should always have, character.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, weekdays from 4 to 6, live on YouTube and broadcasting on 1017 The Truth.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Day one, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Real life superhero. Coming through, running through, black bandana. Little kid screaming, that's Tory Lowe. I gotta say my city black man can do. I'm just here to do what God say. 10 toes down in Milwaukee. They put my name on the highways. If you need me, better call me. And they say, when something going on, who you gon' call? Tory Lowe. When something going wrong, who you gon' call? Tory Lowe. When something going on, who you gon' call? Tory Lowe. When something going wrong, who you gon' call? Tory Lowe. Uncle Tory, where the f you been at? I know you hear him calling, that's Tory Lowe. It's a lot going on, you gotta get back. Who else gonna be the one to do? Goddamn.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I wanted to bring this up because we talked about this at the top of the hour with Minister Kevin. Milwaukee homicides rose in 2025, contrary to the national trend. Like, nationally, homicides dropped except for in Milwaukee. So that lets me believe that no real work actually, was being done. People was kind of floating around off of the subsiding of the homicide records that was going on. So I kept telling people, This ain't what it is. But now that the homicides is up 8%, they saying, okay, homicides is up, but crime is down. Like, they're going to try to find a way to twist it. But we got video of this situation, and I got some comments on this, but I want y'all to hear, because I said this a while ago, but some of y'all got to wait till the news tell y'all what to do. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
Chicago reported the number of homicides in 60 years. Baltimore saw the lowest in nearly 50. Nationally, homicides were down. The real-time crime index of Datalytics suggests murders in 2025 saw the largest one-year drop. That index includes numbers from 570 police agencies through October 2025, so it's not the full picture yet. But Milwaukee homicides were up about 8%.
I miss him hugging me. I miss his smile. I miss his smile. I miss his happiness.
142 homicides in Milwaukee 2025. 142 people killed.
That was my right hand man. That was my best friend.
There were 10 more homicides in 2025 than 2024, but still a drop from the city record of 2022. While Milwaukee homicides were up in 2025, MPD reports non-fatal shootings down 19%. Carjackings in Milwaukee were down 49%.
When you look at crime overall, things have come down. There's been a persistent issue around homicides this year, and it's terrible. It's unfortunate, because every life matters. Like, nobody's life deserves to be cut short.
Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson spoke with Fox 6 before the new year. He said the city will continue to focus on holding criminals accountable, and
we should also have preventative programs and opportunities out there so that folks don't do that in the first place. We should build strong families and build strong neighborhoods.
Throughout 2025, we heard from
victims. You can cut this, I don't want to hear all that extra. See, that's the PR. That's why when I cut that stuff, I don't want to hear the PR. If you go back to the earlier news articles on them talking about violence, they was bragging about the homicides. Now they can't brag on that. Oh, well, you know what? That's up, but, crime is down and this is down. They're going to make it so that you stay delusional. And thank God to all of my brothers and sisters on the front lines that know exactly what's going on. Because we out here doing the real work and we see what's happening. Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. What I'm saying is, it's not personal. Just stop lying to the people. And I've been telling people, even when they came on the show, even when the mayor came on the show, I told him while he was on the show, I said, is it because the homicides are dropping because the record is so high that you can't keep hitting the record numbers? So he was like, well, we just talking about when they could play in that space. Oh, it's dropping. Now that it's up for real. Now it's real deal, up 8%, and everybody else is down. Chicago homicides are down. Baltimore homicides are down. Understand what I'm saying? So why are we up 8%? Then we hired a murderer to run the Office of Violence and Prevention. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You put a murderer, a person who murdered somebody, in the seat, and this was last year. And now we starting the year off with 8%, homicides up 8%. Okay. Y'all can believe whatever y'all want to believe. It's not personal. Just stop lying. That's it. I don't even have nothing. I don't have nothing against none of these people. It's not even a personal attack. It's just that when you have lives being lost and you're lying and taking the money and spending it on God knows what, misuse of funds, or putting the money where it's no production, it's no proof of results, then what are we supposed to say going into the new year? What are we supposed to do as a community when we've been lied to? All right, you know what? I'm going to keep it pushing. But I told y'all, for those that do listen to the show, y'all know I told y'all that the homicides wasn't right. that there's a lot more going on than what they talking about, and stop sending people this PR message that's scripted to make it sound delusional. That's on purpose, because how Chicago get the crime down, Baltimore got their crime down, even though they was hitting record numbers. When the smoke cleared, it was actually some real work being done over there. For real. This is trash. I offered the city a plan because I'm on the front lines. This is how we handle this. I get called to violence every day. They call me every day. I don't get paid. They call me to resolve issues. That's what I do. And when I tell somebody something, somebody always got something to say back. Every time I tell somebody something and I solve issues every day, people got the nerve to tell me something back, and they don't do nothing. Instead of sitting down, taking notes, and listening, they want to say something back to me. I stopped talking after that. I don't want to even talk to you no more. I just told you what to do. Why? Because I'm in these front rooms, on the front lines, dealing with it. And they won't even listen to me. Why? Because it's profitable. Chaos is profitable. They making so much money off of these broken families, these issues that they have enough money to resolve. If they resolve it, a lot of people going to be out of work. That's what I believe. I believe that they don't want to fix it because if they fixed it, they ain't going to get that grant money that's coming in. Then no more jobs for people. And I don't got nothing against Adam Procell. I talked to Adam Procell. I spoke to him. I told him how I felt about him. I told him how I felt about him. And he told me how he felt, and I told him how I felt. I talked to him last year. We met up. We talked. But at the same time, I told him I don't believe he qualified for the job. I told him that. But I said also, even though with that being said, you have the job, now if you need assistance and things to, that you need help with, I'll help. At the same time, because you already there, you already in the position, then let's work. That's what I was about. I don't care. It's nothing personal. But I know that when you put a person that have murdered some people in a situation like that, I got to raise an eyebrow. And everybody who knows a structure or understands the weight of what we're talking about in the city of Milwaukee when it comes to homicides, deaths, things like that, anybody would question that move. That because he wasn't even in the regular conversation when they had everybody to come out to meet them at North Division. He wasn't even in that. He just came from the side. So if you was going to pick somebody from the side, you could have picked me. You could have said, Tory, come on. I know what you do. I know the community come to you for this. But no, they picked somebody that killed somebody and tried to prop him up. I'm always open to help. I never denied trying to help nobody in this community. Never. But when I see lies come to the forefront and now all of a sudden the statistics start coming out, now they want to go over, but crime is down. Look this way. Trash. Trash. We got Mr. Moore. We want to get Mr. Moore, Andrew. Mr. Moore want to add to the conversation. 833-212-1017. How you doing, Mr. Moore?
I'm jubilant on today. Very jubilant. Even though it ain't sunny, but I'll take what's coming. But I just wanted to ask you, I want to ask you, what is the job title for the Office of Prevention? What does this guy supposed to be doing?
Doing violence prevention work. That's what he's supposed to be doing. At least that's what they say. That's what the job title say. Come up with a plan to help get ahead of a lot of this And I don't understand, if this ain't what you even do, how you gonna do that? Like, now you experimenting with a $100,000 job. That's how I feel about it. Get some real people in there that know what to do. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now, you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Roskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Doiser. I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum, I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data,
to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear expectation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them: epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready to act.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. Packers versus Bears Part 3 is on the way after the Packers backups lose to Minnesota on Sunday 16-3. They now look to head back to Chicago in the first round of the playoffs. Head coach Matt LaFleur.
I believe in that locker room. I believe in the talent that we have, the players that we have, how committed they are, how together they are.
Packers Bears kicks off once again on Saturday at 7 p.m. in Chicago. The Milwaukee Bucks win in Sacramento last night 115-98. The next game is in Golden State on Wednesday. UW River Falls wins the Stag Bowl for the first time ever for their first championship.
Laha calls his own number, pushing in, touchdown River Falls! It's the Falcons the lead for the first time tonight.
UW River Falls hadn't made the playoffs in 30 years. 24-14 is your final. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
One-on-one.
And Tory Lowe turned pain into
pleasure. The man turn to dog turn to shepherd. He getting the lost ones together.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by GP.
What it do?
In studio.
What it do? First one of the year.
My favorite New Yorker.
The only New Yorker you know, probably.
I gotta know a few of them.
Okay, you know a couple.
But you my favorite one.
I respect that. I appreciate that.
I know a few of them. Yeah.
That's love. That's love.
Hey, but like I said, here we go. Chicago Bears versus the Packers.
It's what we wanted. It's what they asked for, right? They supplied it to the fans, and so as a Packers fan, you feel good about this one. I think, the last matchup obviously left a very sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. A loss in overtime always hurts. Any loss, in the NFL hurts to begin with. But this means a lot more because
both games close.
Yes. Both teams, outplayed each other.
Right.
Obviously, they split 1-1 during the season, and so this third is kind of like the rubber match. And I don't know. I'm in a weird place about it.
Go.
Yeah.
Go, Pack, go.
Is that how you root? Well,
Go,
obviously you root for them.
Go. Hey, look, I'll say this. If it's a pattern, Chicago beat us at the end of last year.
Right.
We beat them this year. Then they beat us. Now it's our turn to win. So if you go with those odds,
it's like a law of karma.
Yeah, it's our turn.
Yeah.
They already got their win last game. If we go with the pattern, it's Green Bay chance to win.
I hope so. I think, looking at the bracket, obviously they're up against it. They've been the 7th seed for the last couple of years, and so they're in familiar territory. It's not like there aren't members of this team that have been in this situation, especially, again, playing a divisional rival with everything at stake. The goal going into the season with all the acquisitions and all the decisions that were made was that this was a championship caliber team. Injuries have limited them a little bit, and they limped into the playoffs, no pun intended. And, the game against, obviously, the Vikings, yesterday was a wash. It was kind of like a scrimmage.
Yeah, it was like they just they took all of the main players out. They didn't want to risk losing anybody in the game that was meaningless.
Right. And so,
But it meant a lot to the Vikings because I know Andrew's a Viking fan. They just want to beat the Packers. They don't care if it would have been kids with Packer jerseys on. They just want to beat the Packers.
Yeah, I know. He was just happy to see J.J. McCarthy out there playing football again. But, again, they have to go on the road. They'll be on the road for, the entirety of the playoffs if they do advance at all. And it's going to be in Soldier Field. It's going to be familiar territory. And so I think that they're going to be ready. They're going to be prepared. They obviously signed another corner to bolster the defense, and the pass rush hasn't been what it was earlier in the season. But if there's anyone that you want to play, it's someone that you know. Obviously, there's 2 games of film that they have on this team, so they should be more than prepared and ready to go. And so
it's going to be a chess match. But I'll say this: the Chicago Bears surprised me this year.
They blew everybody out the water.
They was the surprise team of the division,
right?
And they are competitive. They have been a competitive, cardiac, last minute, staying in the game to the last minute, being able to pull out some of those close games.
Right.
Caleb has been surprisingly good this year.
Yeah.
To me, because I don't like the Bears at all, but as a person that's watching football, they have been interesting to watch. The Packers and the Chicago Bears have been interesting to watch. But I'll tell you this, Packers in Soldier Field, with our record against the Bears, I think Packers have the slight mental advantage because home field advantage has not been the case when it comes to Packers and Chicago.
It has,
So we have had years of playing in that stadium and coming out with the wins. So who has the mental advantage? I think Green Bay.
Yeah, I would agree agree with you there as well. Also, Ben Johnson being the new Bears head coach and obviously coming from, being the coordinator for the Lions, there's still an edge there because when LaFleur is coaching, obviously he's the play caller for the Packers. He's going against Ben Johnson. It's a competition to see who's going to score the most points, obviously, and who can make the most adjustments when you go into the locker room at halftime or when it comes to that last 2-minute drive that might, need to be, I guess, engineered and kind of to win the game. And so I think it will be one of those games. It'll be a game where it's like 24-21. A team is going to have to drive from their own territory and knock down, maybe a 40 or 50 yarder. And we've obviously had kicking problems the entire year, but things have kind of worked themselves out. But as long as we have Josh Jacobs, we have a healthy Jordan Love, and, all the other weapons that we have Dobbs, we have Watson, there's, Reed. We have a lot of guys that we can go to in situations and scenarios like this. And so, again, looking at the bracket, if they are able to survive in Soldier Field, they have a potential matchup with the Rams and the Panthers, who haven't been too strong or haven't closed out the season too strong. But, if the Panthers are able to upset the Rams, I like our odds against the Panthers. And with the Rams, they can go head-to-head with them as well. The defense hasn't been there for them. So you kind of just have to pick and choose your kind of battles. I think that the NFC
is open.
Wide open?
And somebody catch hot. Because it's a new season now.
Yeah.
All somebody got to do is catch fire.
Right.
And they can run through 3 games.
Right. That's all it takes.
The injury bug hit the Packers. We have some of our players that are coming back. Jordan Love, hopefully he's fully recovered from the concussion. We do have a backup quarterback that's capable.
Quarterback, yep.
He's capable.
Yep.
But where I see the Packers, where I see that we may have issues, is that after Micah Parsons' departure due to an ACL, nobody fears the Packers defense. Like the Packers defense becomes the defense that we had before Micah, which was an okay defense. It was not a bad defense. But now you lose one person and everybody feel like they can run on the pack, they can make plays on the pack. You can see it. You can see the difference. The Micah effect was real.
It is real.
It was real.
Very apparent, yeah.
When you see the Packers play now, I think the confidence is not in the defense. Jordan Love has to ball out. And that offense has to step up to make up for the Micah Parsons absence.
I don't know. I don't agree.
I don't see how the defense right now, even though they added your boy Trayvon,
Diggs,
they added Trayvon Diggs. I don't know how big of an impact he's going to make, but I think that front four is very important when it comes to the playoffs. That front four, and I think when you see the Packers right now, they're not what would you call a top 5 defense anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't think the defense is necessarily putting fear in anyone's heart. But again, we talk about the signing of Diggs, who he played a little bit yesterday, and he wasn't, anything all world or all pro, but adding him to this defense allows them to play a little bit more man, this is a team that is accustomed to playing a lot of zone, a lot of quarters, and it now allows them to blitz a little more. Hopefully they can force a couple turnovers, and that's really all that it takes.
Right.
If you can get a little bit of pressure, get the quarterback uncomfortable, you can force him to make some tough throws. And Caleb, he obviously thinks that there's not a throw that he can't make. So that's kind of what I think is going to be the X factor in this game. If they can blitz early and blitz often, and they can get, Caleb Williams.
He's wily, though. He's scrambling. He likes the pressure. He can escape pressure.
Yeah.
And he throws good on the run. So, but like I said, Jordan Love, when he's hot, there's not a better quarterback in the league when Jordan Love is on his game.
Absolutely. It'll be a battle. It'll definitely be a back and forth battle. I just think that if Caleb Williams, I can live with Caleb Williams scrambling out the pocket, throwing 25 to 30 times, especially if it's off the back foot, if there's someone in his face every other game. And so obviously Saturday, it's for all the marbles, essentially. This is our Super Bowl.
Right.
Every time we play the Bears, it is the Super Bowl. And so it really means a lot more. It's good to see that someone else in the division is just as good as we are now. And, they're catching up. And so we'll see.
I don't know if they're just as good as we are, but they got better.
That's true. They're dangerous, but they
got better. Because Detroit had a couple years and then they fell flat.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a continuous thing with Chicago. I just think that right now they're good.
I think
what we thought Detroit was going to be.
That is true. I think they did have their coming out party against the 49ers, but
Vikings suck. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation.
You don't want to ding that.
Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com.
Put your name on a bullet, close the casket, case closed. Who want all the smoke? Who want all the smoke? I was bred in the briar patch, tough skin, 9 lungs, where the sun don't shine. We just circle where the lines run. Grandma had a rosary, Grandpa had a shotgun. I got both on the dash, holy steel for the outcome. First body dropped to 6.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by New York's finest, GP in studio.
What it do?
Hey, before we get into the story, put the fork down. 2026 is here. We are weighing in now.
It's trending. It's a hashtag. It's going viral.
We are in on this weight loss challenge.
As we are, yeah. It's a good one. It's
the date that moved to March 1st. The final weigh-in.
That's the final for everybody, or we just talking about me and Andrew? Because everybody's
for
still,
everybody. I guess for everybody, because you and Andrew, y'all done already got everybody involved because the first weigh-in was trash.
Well, I know what Duel is listening to. Yeah. Duel is the one that was supposed to pay him his original $100. So I need everybody again.
Did Andrew get paid? That's what Truth Nation want to know. Did he get paid from the first weigh-in?
No, Andrew. Listen, wow. Andrew needs to let the people know he's due some compensation, and he's still been working out. So
he's still working
credit
out.
to him. Yeah, it wasn't all about the money. Oh, he just stand up and flex too. But no, put the fork down. 2026. Like I said, we talked about it in the group chat. You know, this group chat where what's the group chat name? I believe it's Sweat and Butter. Sweat and Butter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the group chat with the fellas. Me, you, Duel, right. And T-Lo and Andrew.
Why is it called that, Glenn?
I didn't name it that.
Why is it called that?
Because you named it?
Because you were sweating butter when you were playing basketball.
Oh, wow.
But we got
for everybody, I opened up the challenge for people at home, too, out there in Truth Nation. Like, if y'all want to join the Put the Fork Down movement, y'all can weigh yourself in and weigh yourself in March and call into the show.
Yeah.
In March, make it a Truth Nation thing.
Yeah, it could be a forum, exactly. Right. Anybody that's looking to lose, whether it's and no amount of weight lost is significant. Whether it's 10, 5 pounds, or even 20, everybody's on a journey and everybody goes at their own pace. Obviously, everybody has a different body composition, so it takes a little longer. Or sometimes some people, burn some weight faster. But
you just can't gain weight, right, Glenn?
Right. You can't go backwards.
Like you did on the first weigh-in.
Hey, listen, we fall down. You know how it goes sometimes,
but we get up.
Exactly, but we get up, and so like I said, I got a gift for the fellas. I'm gonna tease it on there, but I'm not gonna say too much right now. But I got a gift for Adul, T-Lo, and Andrew. Not sure when I'm gonna get my gift, but that'll be saved for a Friday, a special Friday for everybody else joining the Put the Fork Down 2026 movement. But
epic.
I could cheat, but I ain't gonna cheat y'all. I thought about getting a shot. I thought about
that's it. What's up. Instead of never would have made it, you got to say never would have ate it.
Never would have seasoned it. I don't know. But the conversation that we really about to get into right now, I feel like it should have been saved for a Friday, but Andrew kind of ran this by me. So I got 2 questions for you. You know what OnlyFans is, right?
Right.
Do you know anyone that has one?
I know a couple people that, when I was out in the community, they said they had one, but I never went and looked at it.
Okay. And so
I know a lot of people that call me for different situations, but
they trying to make content with you?
No. What I'm saying is I help a lot of people. So when I go check their social media, they have a link to their OnlyFans on it. Like, like when somebody hits you up and then you try to figure out what's going on, I always notice when the ones that have the OnlyFans in the bio.
Okay, all right. Well, Andrew ran this by me today, but there's a story of I don't want to call her a young woman, but she is a mother of a teenage son, and she recently stepped on a podcast to kind of describe her experience as an OnlyFans model and how it kind of created some complications in her life with her son. And so I'll let Andrew play the video, and we can get into it from there.
What's like a good month on OnlyFans?
Like I said, I had my one good run, and then I just stopped doing it because my son.
But like, what was the best one?
Oh, I made like maybe $5,000-$6,000 in like a month off of it. But that was my first month, and then what happened is I got a teenage son, and they're obsessed with me. They sing my songs in his school. They talk about like how hot of a mom I am.
Oh,
and my
God.
son's friends started finding my OnlyFans. So now it's hard for me to promote, and because now my son's going to school like getting teased. You know what I mean? So it's hard having a teenage son and being a hot mom. Like,
what does he say to you?
He hates it. He just can't never. He's like, Mom, I can never go to school. They're like, he like the way that I talk. They always singing your songs. They compare you to Ice Spice. He hates the fact that his friends are like in love with me. Like, literally, he can't bring his friends over because they're like trying to flirt with me and all.
Oh wow!
Now, what is your son?
That's got to be embarrassing. That you're in school. Your mom has an OnlyFans, and they done seen your mom's everything.
Hey,
your
listen.
friends done seen your mom walk around naked on OnlyFans.
Now listen, I'm gonna keep it tall, right? We all went to high school in one day, right? We all had a friend that had a mom that was
hot,
recently divorced.
Somebody that was hot.
Yeah, she might have been, a little decent, looking for somebody. It's a completely different story.
Black don't crack.
At all. But it's crazy if I could pay $6.99 to see everything your mom was born with. So I don't know. I could never imagine
seeing the yams.
And more than that, the yams, the candy, the cat, everything.
Oh wow.
But when we talk about it again, when people need to really understand that a lot of the decisions that they make in life, whether it be out of necessity or their own personal desires, they have an instant effect on other people in their lives. And so I'm sure that she might have been down on her luck, looking to pay the bills.
I think society has accepted OnlyFans, though. Like, I think that when they had, like, Craigslist, they had that back page.
But it was,
everybody, they shut that down. They shut that down.
Right.
But to me, that was the start of OnlyFans.
You think so?
The Craigslist, when you go into the classifieds, and they had all that on there, the back page and the human trafficking going on with that. Like, I believe when they shut that down, it opened up the door for somebody to try to do it in a way where it was legal, like OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I think that society now that it's been celebritized, everybody's getting one. Stacey Dash.
Hey.
All right, so now it's not as frowned on, but the kids are still feeling the same effect from other children finding out that they have a mom that's on OnlyFans. And then we're talking basic, like they saw the mom walking around nude. She could actually be active on there, like,
of course,
we're having activities going on the OnlyFans. But yeah, she's showing up to parents teachers conference and around your friends and family. That could be psychologically damaging to a child.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just think that the pressure that kind of comes with it, and obviously, I'm not saying this to say that she's a bad mother, that she's bad to her son, or that this is kind of unfair, but this is something that you have to think about. Again, your digital footprint, no matter what you post, what you like, or what you retweet, people can see and interact and engage with anything that you have out there for people to, consume. And so, again, she's obviously living with it now, but she's going to have to live with the fact that one day her son was uncomfortable or, bullied or kind of persecuted at school because she decided to bear it all online for $5,000 a month. Is it really worth your dignity to make that much money?
If the bills was getting paid, I guess she going to say, hey, that's how you think the rent getting paid.
Well, she kept them
They used to have to mess around with the slumlord to pay the rent. Now they could go on OnlyFans. All I'm saying is this world has changed. There's a lot of changes to this world. Yeah. And we have accepted things that 10, 15 years ago wouldn't have been accepted. So there has been a switch. And I saw this video, and somebody brought this up on social media, that this boy had a mother that looked, fine.
Fine.
She was fine. Mm-hmm. Okay. But the son said, "Oh, mama, you look so sexy." And somebody pointed that out, like, wait a minute.
That don't sound right.
That don't sound right.
Yeah, that don't sound right.
I mean, I've spoke to my grandmother, like I said, you beautiful and things like that. I love you. But I'm not, looking at my mother or my grandmother or somebody in my family member like, oh, you sexy.
Never. Yeah.
Like, that could be opening up the door for them to not have that bond, that normal mother-son bond, into where the son actually maybe, attracted to his mom in a negative type of way.
Well, that's the crazy thing, though. The even crazier thing is that she would get on a platform and kind of talk about it, and she seems to be making light of it. For example, back in the day, I remember when I used to go to my friend's house, I'm excited to go see some dino nuggets. I'm not thinking about what his mom looked like when she out the robe or out the bonnet. And
right.
So, it's kind of crazy. Again, she doesn't seem to have any kind of regrets or any kind of shame about it. And it's just tough for the young man that obviously is dealing with that.
I see something more treacherous.
You think so?
Because during slavery, they used to make the son mate with his mom in these breeding camps. So in 2025, you got all of these options where people can see people's mothers in a certain type of way, and the child. It ain't like his friends didn't seen it. He didn't seen it.
Right.
So you got to be careful not to blur that line between I love you, mom, and I'm looking at you like, now what is that? What does that does to the psychological of the child looking at his mom and knowing that he watched her OnlyFans?
Yeah, it's tough. It's a very fine line.
Does he see her as a mother?
Yeah.
Or something else.
Yeah, it's a very fine line. And even still, too, is if I'm, a parent that is, or my son hangs out with this kid, I'm very reluctant to let him go hang out with them or go over to that house because she seems to enjoy it or kind of get a rise out of it. She's not necessarily putting her foot down and kind of being like, hey, like, I'm a grown woman, you're a young man. Like, obviously, this is my career choice. I've decided to do this for whether it's my own family's good or my own personal desires. But she's not mad enough about the fact that she's that easily accessible for her son's, friends. And so it goes back to say it too. We've desensitized ourselves so much to sex and violence and all the other, stuff that we see promoted on television and even on Instagram. Exactly. You can scroll on Instagram and Twitter. We talked about this many times before. And it's basically like anything that you want to see, you can see it, whether it's nudity or violence or anything super graphic. And so,
well, there's more stories coming out where people are dating their cousins now.
Oh, whoa.
But yeah, it is. I mean, but this is because they don't see them as a family member. And when you talk about a son that's watching his mom on OnlyFans, he may not see her as a mom anymore. That's all I'm saying. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother rabbit hole that we should really try to prevent.
Yeah, we definitely should. I mean, even, in his head. And so I think somewhere, or there's a portion in the interview where it kind of goes, he's like back and forth with his friends about it because his friends are making fun of him. But he's like, well, at least my mom is fine. Like your mom, she works a regular 9 to 5, which is crazy to shame somebody for having a job where they got to be decent. And
Here
actually,
we go.
But I don't know. Protect yourself online. If you're out there freaking in the sheets or, freaking online, keep it away from the kids. That's my advice for the day.
All right. All right, GP. Thank you for the pop culture report.
As always, I appreciate it.
On this January 5th. You know it's the anniversary. It's my 5-year anniversary today.
It's your 5-year anniversary?
On the radio, yeah.
That's crazy. My birthday Wednesday and my 1-year anniversary is on Martin Luther King Day. So it's a lot to celebrate.
That's
here
powerful.
in January. It is. It's very powerful.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. We're going to open up the lines. Stay locked in.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's giving me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Pollution from trucks is a public health crisis. Diesel-burning trucks belch dangerous levels of pollution, and communities living near ports and along freight corridors breathe especially high levels of this dirty air. But this crisis has a solution. My name is Sasan Sadat, and I work for Earth Justice. I'm working to clean up our air quality, particularly for communities that bear the burden of diesel pollution. For the sake of our lungs, our health, and our climate, the future of trucking in this country has got to be zero emissions. Until then, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Earth Justice is fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. If clean air matters to you, visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I got a question for Truth Nation. I got a question. This is something that I really wanted to talk about this year because I see it's selective. Like, and it's interesting to get people's reaction. I posted this on my Facebook, and it's just interesting to see how people responded to the question of the day. And my question of the day is, how come when people are alive, some people will say, okay, that person is bad, that they may be going to hell? Like, how come when people are alive and people, you going to hell if you don't act right? But then when they die, everybody going to heaven, no matter what they lived, how they lived on this earth. I've never been to a funeral where the person had hell flames on the obituary. Like the flames of hell and the gates of hell was on the obituary. It's always wings. It don't matter what kind of lifestyle that they was living. And the preacher get up there and they say that they going to heaven. But when that person was alive and they was, in family turmoil or, doing hustling, maybe doing something illegal and doing all these other things, getting in trouble, they were not considered an angel. Let's say that. But as soon as the death comes, this person going to heaven. Why is that? 833-212-1017. Why when somebody's alive, they may be told that they may go to hell, but then when they die, all of a sudden, they the best person in the world, they going to heaven, and the preacher comes in during the funeral, and they preach like, the powerful, I'm going to heaven message. Now, I say it's selective. I I say it's selective. I say when it's somebody in your family, they going to heaven. But when it's somebody in somebody else's family, you know that person wasn't going to heaven. Like, y'all, it's selective. But why is that? I want to get to the root cause of this. Why is when people are alive, they're not looked at as if they're going to heaven. Their flaws are pointed out. People keep bringing up, oh, you a felon. You know, they'll try to find dirt on you. Like they do all this stuff while you're alive, and then as soon as you die, you a martyr. Like you like close to the Pope. You know, like everybody. I don't care who it is. I've been out here advocating for like 16 years, and I've never seen a funeral where the devil in the background with the pitchforks saying that this person going to hell. I've never seen a pastor preach a funeral where they said that this person in the casket is going to hell. I'm interested. Kathy says, because telling someone that they might go to hell, they are going to scare them straight. All I'm saying is, okay, so you got people that's out here doing negative behavior, and they may not be the most honest person, and they may be out here stealing cars, or they might be doing something they ain't supposed to do. All of a sudden, they die, and on the obituary, it got heaven wings hanging out the shoulders. They got the clouds, you know, blue sky, clouds. They done went to heaven. So all of these friends that they was kicking it with, all of the people they was hanging out with that was out here committing crimes, they in there crying. And then everybody, you know, this person that went to heaven. So I believe that psychologically that shows that I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to even change. All I got to do is wait till I die and I get to go to heaven from here. I mean, I'm just interested in why people do that. Now, I didn't see people stand outside the funeral and say something because that wasn't their relative. And they was like, yeah, you know, he was bad. He ain't going to heaven. I don't know why everybody up in that line. But when it's they people, somebody that they like, they up there crying. See, it's selective. That's all I'm saying. So my question of the day is, and I'm talking about the psychology of it. Why, when you're alive, people always looking for the dirt on you? Your breath stank. You ain't brushed your teeth today. Like they always, it don't matter what you do, somebody's always trying to dig up something to poke holes in who you are. But soon as you die, soon as somebody leave this earth, they was touched by an angel. Like it's powerful. Hey, you know, the T-shirt company start printing shirts. Everybody starts to gather around, and then that's when they remember all the good, you know. And I'll say this is something that I feel many times in certain cases when it comes to certain people that have done a certain amount of ideas that were detrimental to the community. When this happens, it's not a good message because so now the people that are doing the things similar, they are looking forward to this date where they get praised and they don't have to make no changes because they don't see nobody having to go through no rituals or, spiritual ideas to get to heaven. Because when I was coming up, you had to walk a certain way, live a certain lifestyle to make it to heaven. At least that's what they said. But then you find out those people that was teaching you to live that lifestyle, some of them people was corrupt. Okay, so it's a big hodgepodge of different ideas going on. But I wonder why. I wonder why. Why do we believe these ways when really, to me, it's teaching people that you don't have to go through a certain road to live a certain way to get to heaven. That's all I'm saying. So if I can break in houses and be dishonest, and all of a sudden I get to the funeral and all of a sudden everybody jumping and shouting and people singing soul songs and it's sounding powerful and I'm going to heaven, why should I shouldn't, I'm going to think, hey, I don't have to straighten up. God going to forgive me on my death day. At least that ain't what I was taught. But I'm seeing it happen. 833-212-1017 if you want to join the conversation. The question of the day, why when people are alive, people pick out the bad things that they're doing and try to say that, okay, you need to change your life, but then when they pass away, that goes to the side and automatically this person ends up in a space where the people saying that they're going to heaven. 833-212-1017. I'm interested in the thought process. We got Brother Love on the lines. Brother Love, how you doing, Brother Love?
Hey, Tory Lowe, congratulations, man, on your new show.
Blessings. 5 years on the air.
Yeah.
January 5th, your boy plugged in 5 years ago. It was powerful.
Man, wonderful, man. You've been doing a great job, man, and keep up the good work.
Blessings, Brother Love.
Yeah. Yes, Tory, about that, and I'm serious, Tory. I'm serious when I say that. Now, you know, you just don't start off and go to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You work your way progressively to heaven. And that is a scripture in the Bible says, be faithful and committed to the Lord and bishop of your soul. So as long as a woman is under the umbrella of leadership, her man or church leadership, she's qualified to go to heaven.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's why, and my second point to that is that's the reason why, Tory, you don't see no compassion from Christian women no more. That's why the only compassion you see for a man out here is when he did something wrong and 25 women in the courtroom saying, girl, get him.
Like P. Diddy.
Yeah. Or when something happened to him, or when he is in heaven, and there's 25 of them out there at a balloon release saying, oh, I'm so sorry. But I'm not saying that's a problem, sisters. I'm just saying, where's the compassion at before all that happened? Can we get a little compassion? Where the real sisters at? Can y'all please stand up? God bless, brother. Have a good one.
All right. Hey, Brother Love done asked a question out there to all the sisters. Hey, but I'll say this, I just, as a person that have been to so many funerals where I had to stop going to funerals because I started having nightmares, because it was consistent back to back, a lot of homicides, a lot of tragedy. So now I try to avoid going to funerals because psychologically I just can't mentally, like when I go to sleep at night, I don't want to, have those dreams of reliving those experiences. So when you do so many, it kind of happens like that. So I kind of fell back from going to funerals unless the family is just super, Tory, you got to be there, and then I'll fight it and I'll be like, okay, well, I'll show up and, whatever. But what I'm saying is, this is something that I've seen for years now. I've never seen it to this degree, though. But maybe it always been going on. We got Brandon on the lines, 833-212-1017 if you want to join the conversation. Why when people are alive, they're questioned negatively, but when they die, all of a sudden, on their obituary, they in heaven. How you doing, Brandon?
Hello, I'm doing well. Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year, Brandon.
Congratulations on 5 years of greatness. I see nothing but things going up for you. You're one of the best shows across the whole nation for African Americans to listen to.
Blessings, brother.
I would say that I was raised, in the background of the Nation of Islam and later converted to Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the beautiful things about Jesus Christ is the message that he taught was just to love and forgive. There were many instances where Jesus came across, whether it be a prostitute or a murderer on the cross next to him, or an insane serial killer. Yeah, or an insane serial killer in a cave where he took the demons from him and cast it into the pigs, and the pigs jumped off a cliff. So there's many instances where Jesus clearly is here to heal, and it's through him that's our pathway to salvation. So I am in agreement that you don't really have to do much, and that's the beauty of the love that God has.
You don't have
for
to
his
learn
people.
the teachings or live a certain way or live holy or anything like that. You just all you got to do is say I'm sorry and boom.
And I'm of the belief, we're not meant to understand everything, but
Right.
I'm of the belief
I
that
agree.
as you come to know Jesus and as you come to let the Spirit in your life, things are going to change on you consciously and subconsciously. And those that truly have accepted Him, they're gonna start writing their own path because of that acceptance. But it's not on me or you to look at some person and say, hey, you need to be doing this or you're not going to go to heaven.
So
we
the
are not
scripture
the bouncers of that.
when Paul says repent and turn from your wicked ways, what is that?
To me, I value that as something to look at, and I think that is certainly something that
Because
we
the
should all
Apostle
be
Paul
aspiring
was,
for.
writing the letters, and he was basically saying there's guardrails up to walk a certain path, and he was speaking on Jesus' behalf as a disciple.
And that's where I kind of take a step back, and I just look at Jesus' actions. I look at Jesus' words from his own mouth, and it doesn't center around necessarily
So it's just forgiveness.
living a right way. Yes, it's just complete forgiveness.
Grace. We living in the time of
unbounded
grace.
love.
Grace. The grace period.
That's it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, Brandon. All right. Hey, Brandon. Hey, if there's anybody from the ministry out there, 833-212-1017, why do these preachers get to the funeral and then they preach that these people then went to heaven? I don't know. I'm just asking because Brandon made a valid point. It's grace. You ain't got to go to church. You can go to the club and do drink and hustle, and all you got to do is say I'm sorry, and boom, I'm in heaven. Put the clouds on the obituary with me with the wings on it. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have another conversation. I want to talk about something else. If you want to find out, stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
Another function of white supremacy, don't teach black people stuff, because if you give us a little bit of knowledge, we'll invent something totally new. That's why it was illegal to teach slaves to read, because if we could read, then we could write. And if we could write, we could communicate. And if we could communicate, we could plan. And if we could plan, we could strategize. And if we can plan and write and read and communicate and strategize, we could overthrow white supremacy, because they've always known how fragile it is.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law offices make our community a better place.
They are the best.
For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law offices.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Action haters be taking loud, but need about that action. Who ready for the smoke? However you want it, I'm with that. Tory Lowe is on the case, so it's no time to wait. So it's no time to wait. To the block, yeah, we yelling north side. Going around the clock, now it's time to pick a side. It's our time, the time to act is now. So best believe it's going down from MLK to Midtown. To the block, yeah, we yelling north side. Going around the clock, now it's time to pick a side. It's our time, the time to act is now. So best believe it's going down from MLK to Midtown.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I want to pivot a little bit if you want to answer the question of the day, why when people are alive, people pick them apart. You know, you a bad person, or you need to do this and that, right? You ain't this and you ain't that, but when they die, everybody go to heaven, you know. But that's the question of the day. But I do want to get back to Milwaukee's homicide is up 8%. I'm talking about Chicago homicides didn't drop. Baltimore, who was just going crazy with the homicides, now that everything is in a space where we can see who's doing the work, why has Milwaukee not shown any progress and up 8% in homicides? And I know that a lot of people want to deflect or say, okay, look, you know, crime is down, this is down. No, rape is up. Human trafficking is like, they always want to get you a little bit off of the real question. Why is the homicides up 8%? That's lives being lost. And when it was going down, that's all they talked about. I could pull up an article from a year ago where they was trying to say, oh, yeah, it's down. We doing the real work. They weren't talking about crime or nothing like that. They was talking about, they was celebrating. But I kept saying that is not the truth. That is because you're not going to continue to hit high levels of homicide, and it was falling back down. So now we're seeing where it's leveling out, and we up 8%, while Chicago and all these other areas where black people live are actually down because there is work being done that is really being effectively being done. And I'm saying that we can't let these people off the hook with this. I knew I was super busy. I kept saying, why does it seem like I'm so busy last year? I had to take 9 days off in December just to relax and get my mind wrapped around like just relaxing because last year was so heavy. And now I'm seeing that the homicides was up last year, and I was trying to tell people, nah, something ain't right. They saying this, but really it seems like it's worse now for some reason. And now I'm seeing why. Homicides up 8%. More families reaching out, looking for justice. Ain't got no money for funerals, things like that. I understand what I'm saying. But if you didn't hear, I want to play this back. I played this at the top of the hour at the 1 o'clock, at the top of the show. But I want to run this back right quick because I want to open up the lines about this rise in homicides now at 8%. Was it really down? Because if it was down, if it was the real, why is it not continuing? Why is it not continuing to take effect? Somebody lying. If you want to join the conversation, you can. 833-212-1017 as we broadcast live on YouTube. We got video. Let's listen.
October 2025, so it's not the full picture yet. But Milwaukee homicides were up
about 8%.
I miss him hugging me. I miss his smile. I miss his definitely his smile. I miss his happiness.
142 homicides in Milwaukee 2025. 142 people killed.
That was my right hand man. That was my best friend.
There were 10 more homicides in 2025 than 2024, but still a drop from the city record of 2022. While Milwaukee homicides were up in 2025, MPD reports non-fatal shootings down 19%. Carjackings in Milwaukee were down 49%.
When you look at crime overall, things have come down. There's been a persistent issue around homicides this year, and it's terrible. It's unfortunate, because every life matters. Like, nobody's life deserves to be cut short.
All right,
Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson.
I'm good with that. We don't have to hear all that PR stunt. Like, okay, I should go back and play when they thought that they had people going that homicides was down, how they was boasting on it. It wasn't no deflection. Oh, homicides are down. This is great.
So
what's going on, Andrew?
We see what's happening in Minnesota with like fraud.
Right.
Could it be something similar?
Well, I think that it's a lot of fraud going on in the black communities because we get enough money to handle these issues. All right, this is what I want people to understand. We get enough money to handle the north side of Milwaukee. There's grant monies coming in, millions of dollars coming in to handle it. What's happening is the mismanagement. When you put somebody in a space that they don't have, they just experimenting, but they going to cash the check on Friday. They getting a check while they experimenting on the people. They really don't know what to do, but they get this title. And the title says, I'm supposed to do X, Y, and Z. Well, this is why we have misuse of funds and they buddies. Hey, I got this position. Why don't you start this nonprofit? And I'm gonna shove the money your way. You just hit me with a chicken sandwich on the back end. Like, this is the plot. They plot this out, and it's been going on for years. This is normal. This is the way it is. This is where we are right now with these organizations. It's all buddy. And if you're not a part of the friend situation, you're not getting in. They don't want nobody getting in and seeing where the messy. That's why I'll never get in. Because they know I'm not going to play around about my community. They know I'm not going to sit in no meetings and see y'all shucking and jiving and sniggling and giggling and not say nothing about it. I'm going to tell you to shut up. Get out. Get your butt up out of this seat. I'm going to come at you hard because you trash. And that's why I already don't go to the meetings because of that reason. I know that they know when I'm in the meeting that they not going to shuck and jive and talk that buddy. They be sweating. They be sweating because I'm not going to sit there and allow them to run the people into the ground. I'm not. I never have. So I ain't gonna even, cause them no high blood pressure when I show up. Their blood pressure go up because they know that they got somebody in the room that's not going to allow what normally goes on. Period. I got plenty of stories I could tell, but I'm not going. It's first of the year. I'm not going to get into all of that. But what I'm saying is, if homicides is up 8%, where was the money going? That they said, they was doing a great job. Now all of a sudden they not doing a great job. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Roskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Dizer. I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum, I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data,
to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear expectation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. Packers versus Bears Part 3 is on the way after the Packers backups lose to Minnesota on Sunday 16-3. They now look to head back to Chicago in the first round of the playoffs. Head coach Matt LaFleur.
I believe in that locker room. I believe in the talent that we have, the players that we have, how committed they are, how together they are.
Packers Bears kicks off once again on Saturday at 7 p.m. in Chicago. The Milwaukee Bucks win in Sacramento last night 115-98. The next game is in Golden State on Wednesday. UW River Falls wins the Sag Bowl for the first time ever for their first championship.
Laha calls his own number, pushing in, touchdown River Falls! It's the Falcons the lead for the first time tonight.
UW River Falls hadn't made the playoffs in 30 years. 24-14 is your final. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tryna do what I want, do what I feel. Tryna do what I want, do what I feel. Sipping the lemonade, hot like a skillet. This is my town, this is my city. I'm tryna give you the scoop, like I'm in Flurry. Been about, and it's in a hurry. Open the door for the people. I was tryna show them it's equal. How much you charge for your soul? Yeah, it's true, yeah, I know. The world is so cold. Tory Lowe, my soul ain't so. Tory Lowe, yeah, the world is so cold.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking about that 8% rise in homicides, and I got my eyebrows up on this one. There's a story, and we already starting off the year. Sunday, 2 dead in Milwaukee. The shootings happened on Sunday. Also, there's a Milwaukee family seeking for a loved one, justice for a loved one killed in the shooting. So here we go, starting off the year with shootings off the bat. Many times when we talk about, okay, it's good to have PR and do all of these press conferences and things like that. But when you have enough time to get things done, like you got to be preventative. So when systems have been running more than 3-4 years and they still in place saying the same broken record type ideas, I got a problem with that. It ain't like these systems that's talking started yesterday. No, these are people that are getting funding and continue to say the same thing over and over again, or flip the narrative over and over again. And I can't do that. I not in 2026. I can't run with that. I can't hear the same script being read over and over again. Just put different names on the piece of paper. Now, LaRon Taylor is in the chat, and he says, where there is fraud, whose fault is it? The people who get the money or the people who give the money? See, they would never ask this question in Sherwood. See, that's a dumb question. Really, it ain't no such thing as a dumb question. But what I'm saying is, that's a question that well-ran neighborhoods don't ask. They sound like Tory Lowe. I want results. I put this money here, and if it ain't getting no results, you got to go. But only in our community where these questions are asked. These questions of who is for it for. No, this is your job. Ain't no feelings in this. This is your job, and if you can't do your job, get out. That's it. It's not the person that's giving the grant money that's the problem. It's the people who they're giving the money to and who's deciding to give these people the money and if they buddies or not. That's the problem. Then he goes on to say, the people who get the money or the people who give the money, when there is violence, is it the fault of the people who committed or supposed to stop it? Okay, so you're going to have violence in every community. That's why you have to have the philosophy of the leadership that the people can piggyback on to really work against or get resources to fight it. So it's people are going to commit crimes. But if you go into better ran neighborhoods, it's down. Why? Because of the philosophy of the leadership that gave them the tools to fight against the issue. Now, it's never going to be at zero, but it can be reduced because of the philosophy of the person that is working to fight against it. Now, when you got a bad coach like Stefanski from the Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski just got fired. A lot of coaches got fired. What they call this Black Monday. It ain't even enough black coaches to name it black. Why they can't call it White Monday? Damn. How come black is always associated with something bad? All right, so that's what they called it, Black Monday.
No, financially, if you're in the black, you're good.
What I'm saying is they saying it's Black Monday, right? Right, Andrew?
Yes,
okay,
right.
Here we go. Black Monday. And it's all white coaches that got fired. You know, maybe one. Well, I don't even know if it's how many black head coaches there is other than the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm talking about it's only one black head coach from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he got to win every year. He just got into the playoffs, okay, with Aaron Rodgers. Salute to Aaron Rodgers. But what I'm saying is, in our community, it's always these stupid questions. And they say it's never such thing as a stupid question. But once you get outside the north side, that ain't even a question that nobody would even ask. Andrew, do they ask these questions like this in where you from, when you was growing up?
No, they do not, Tory.
Okay, I know they don't. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is it's the lack of education and understanding how things work that they can do this stuff. This is the only community where they have a meeting to solve something and they ask the people how to solve it. And then they act like they writing it down. And nothing ever changes. They make you feel that you're involved in trying to solve something. Then everything goes back to normal. It's therapeutic. It's not even real. That's why I don't go to none of it. Nothing ever changes. I go out here on the block. I go in the front rooms. I don't practice that extra. Don't nobody do this. No, I've been in so many different meetings with different races. But the questions they ask in the black community, it's almost like they ask stupid questions because they try to make you believe that you're in on trying to resolve the situation, and then you feel good after you then went up there with the high blood pressure and vented about what was happening. Then nothing ever changes. That's all I'm saying. When it comes to, you're right, not really a city girl. Tory got his blood pressure up already at 20. I'm always going to have a strong opinion on what I deal with. This is my area. Homicides, human trafficking, missing. this is what my phone is filled with on a day-to-day basis. So I'm going to be extremely passionate about these subject matters because people being lied to, and I'm going to talk about it. Andrew, what's going on?
We have a fact check on black head coaches.
Okay, how many black head coaches is there?
There are 6 black head coaches. Scratch that 5. Raheem Morris got fired today.
Okay, so one got fired. How many other head coaches got fired today?
Of black head coaches, just 1.
Okay, how many white head coaches got fired today?
I think 2.
Okay, so what I'm saying is we don't have enough black head coaches to call it Black Friday. Like, it seems like when it's something negative, it would be more. I think white people sometimes are afraid to say White Friday. Like, they don't want to use the word white in there because it has, to a certain degree, racial connotations. So black is always a safer word to use because it doesn't carry the same connotation. But if they say, oh, it's White Friday and white coaches got fired, some people will be like, oh, that's racist. It'll point out, it will shine a light on the racism.
How about this? The Tory Lowe show. On this show, Tory, when coaches get fired after the season, it's White Monday. What do you think?
Well, they have to change it today because
we can change it today.
Well, we can say it.
Start the movement.
We can say it, but I don't run the NFL.
We run the show.
I can say it on the Tory Lowe show, but we don't. Now, if we were sports agents, that would work.
What starts here changes the world, Tory.
Hopefully. I just don't like that they calling it Black Monday. And it ain't even enough black head coaches in the league. That's crazy. So Black Monday is a bad thing, but Black Friday is a good thing. All right. Is it break time or not? I'm run the break. You know what? When I come back, I got a family that's seeking an arrest for a loved one that was killed in the shooting already. We right back on it. It's the beginning of the year. We want to make sure that everybody's tapped in when families reach out. Also, we have a mom of 6 children that had her home, seven children that had her home shot up, and she's on the news talking about what's going on. How did the house get shot up? We're going to talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Where's that same devastation? Where's that same anger? Where's that same hurt for other American citizens who lost their lives to guns? When we talk about the loss of life here in America, if all lives matter, y'all got to start acting like all lives matter. I feel bad for any loss of life because it's not fair and it's not right for anybody to take somebody's life. That's not what we're put on this earth to do. I hate the fact that in this country that we live in, that violence is so rampant. Violence is the norm.
Download the new 1017 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things, getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If you or a loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Who want all the smoke? Pull up Sprinter tinted, everybody mask but no jokes. Who want all the smoke? Chopper sing soprano, make a rapper hit them high notes. Who want all the smoke? Who want all the smoke? Talking big on Twitter, but in person you a slow poke. Who want all the smoke? Who want all the smoke? Put your name on a bullet, close the casket, case closed. Who want all the smoke? Who want all the smoke?
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. 2 dead in Milwaukee shootings on Sunday. We already then kicked off the year with the news that homicides is up 8%. So I want us to start off the year really understanding that we got to roll up our sleeves and stop falling for a lot of these press release ideas and people, making it look like it's something that it ain't. I wish that if we can do that one thing right there and just be active so we don't have to listen to the misinformation. Y'all talk about misinformation. I've been telling folks, I haven't changed my conversation. It's just when the news come out and say what I said before the news. I hate when people believe certain things and I'm telling them what is going on. So you can call me to fix the problem, but you don't want to actually digest what I just said. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy. Like, I'm telling you what's happening. I'm active enough to say it. I don't have to wait for the news to say it. I understand what I'm saying. But 2 dead in Milwaukee. It was a shooting on Sunday. We got a news article on that. Also, there's a family that are seeking arrest for loved ones killed in a shooting. We want to get this out there early so we can, if anybody have any information, they can try to help. But let's listen to the 2 dead in Milwaukee on Sunday.
Sides less than 2 hours apart. Sunday, Milwaukee police were called twice to the city's northwest side for fatal shootings. The first happened just after 2 in the afternoon in an apartment complex near 107th and Wabash. Police say someone shot a 40-year-old. Milwaukee fires say they initially took the person to the hospital 4 days into the new year after Milwaukee said goodbye to a deadly 2025. Last week, Fox 6 reported the city's homicide numbers from last year. The stats show as big cities like Chicago and Baltimore saw a decrease in homicides, Milwaukee had an uptick. Police data showed 142 people were killed last year, 10 more than 2024, but still less than the 172 people killed in 2023. Last month, Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson spoke with Fox 6 about ideas to deter people from committing.
All right, we don't want the PR report. I don't want to play the PR no more on my show. So when you see that, just shut it off. Shut it down. I showed you the post that was made that they said that there was some difference being made on his page. And they had 51 laughing emojis. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not against anybody that's doing a great job. I'm sorry. I'm not. I need you to do a great job because it'll give me a break. I need all of these services to work right so my phone can get a break. I got people calling my phone right now. I'm on the show. Some people don't even listen to the Tory Lowe Show, because it's poor. They live in certain conditions. They may have a phone. They may be in survival mode. They may be struggling. They may not even have the opportunity to even have a car or even, to where they have a phone that can even upload the app. But they know to call me if something go bad. They know to reach out in that way. So when they reach out to me and I'm online, I'm on the air, and broadcasting live on 101.7 The Truth as we broadcast live on YouTube. Even as I'm on the air, it's people calling me right now for help. I'll be thinking, like, don't they know I'm on the broadcast? Like, don't they know I'm broadcasting live? And in my mind, I got to think, okay, maybe they're living in certain conditions that they may not be aware. So I got to have grace. I got to have patience because I'm going to, eventually answer the phone, but I'm not going to do it while I'm live on the air. So when people say that I'm passionate about certain situations, it's because they calling me. They ain't calling you. I'm the one that got to deal with it. You don't. You can go to, after this show is over, you going to go and do whatever you going to do for the rest of the day. When this show is over, I got to go and look at my phone and try to figure out what case is bad enough out of all of the calls that I have to give attention to first. And when you look up and see that homicides is up 8%, but it's down in Baltimore, it's down in Chicago, what's going on? What's the difference? What's going on? What's happening in Milwaukee? Because they was just bragging on, hey, we're doing good. So if there's efforts doing good, it should continue to decrease. Well, homicides are up, but crime is down. Okay. All right. That's why from here on out, if we listening to an article, we just trying to hear what happened. We ain't trying to hear the PR.
No more PR.
No more PR reports. I don't want to play that on this show. Also, there's a family that's seeking an arrest for a loved one that was killed in the shooting. We got that audio if you're watching as we broadcast live. Josh in the chat says, Tory want all the smoke today. Yeah. Because I'm upset because lives are being lost and people sitting around playing games. This is not a game. People losing lives is a serious situation. And when they say it's an 8% rise in homicides, most of that is coming out of my community. So why aren't y'all pissed? Why aren't y'all upset? Well, we got a family that's looking for justice for a loved one. We got audio as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
This is my story. Oh yeah, this is my song.
The pain is written clear on the faces and the voices.
If you had to have somebody to trust, that's who you could depend on.
Words spoken through grief.
These past 3 weeks have been an emotional roller coaster.
From the family of LaTroy Harris, remembering the man they say was loyal, kind, yet taken far too soon.
And even in death, his love still stands. Rest easy, Troy.
Milwaukee police found Harris shot and killed in a bar parking lot on Milwaukee's North Side December 15th. His killer, prosecutors say, 39-year-old Antonio Brown, now charged in Harris's murder, still on the run. Harris's family grieving while waiting for an arrest.
Michael Hupy put up $25,000 reward for any information leading to his arrest, and I just want that word to get out there so they can arrest him, they can bring him to justice.
Prosecutors say this is where it all went down, Dee's Elegance Bar here on Villard Ave. They say Antonio Brown first shot one victim in the shin and then shot Harris 15 times, killing him. In this criminal complaint, prosecutors say this still image of surveillance video from outside the bar that night shows Brown aiming his gun at Harris. The first shooting victim, later identified by investigators as Harris's nephew, on the ground, survived.
Thank you, Lord, for keeping me. Thank you, Lord, for healing me.
As Harris's family lays him to rest, they're hoping for an arrest and the end of gun violence altogether.
The problem is obvious. It's time for us to put forth the best effort that we can into being a solution to the problem.
Wow. Okay. And he was right. We got to put the best effort to be the solution. This is why I urge anybody to have any information, please come forward. And on this situation, it's a $25,000 reward that's waiting for somebody for an arrest and conviction. But as a community, we can no longer turn a blind eye to the death of people in our community, especially innocent life. And today is this family that we're talking about that's on the Tory Lowe show, that we're talking about their situation. Tomorrow is going to be your family, and you want the same efforts. So I'm asking everybody to start the New Year's off as a resolution to see what can you do to add the value, add a little bit more value to helping out in your community. Like, even if it's bringing information, even if it's keeping an eye on the neighborhood, even if it's something small like making sure that you're not looking past something that's negative that's going on in your family, talking to your loved ones, detaching yourself from negative spirits in your family, in your life, your friends, detaching yourself from being a part of the problem and becoming a part of the solution, even if it's a small thing like making an adjustment, a life adjustment. Hey, look, I'm not finna play no mess this year in 2026. If you out here causing trouble in the community, we gonna have a problem. Like, if just that small adjustment would help. We can't continue ending these years and scratching our heads when it's people out here that really know what to do, and it's people out here that's trying to keep things the same. You got to pick a side. You have to. Because it's going to be eventually somebody in your family and one of your loved ones that's on the Tory Lowe show looking for justice or trying to find out why this and that has taken place. We're living in that type of environment right now. And the only way we're going to rise up out of it is if we all become advocates. If we all become vigilant. That's the only way. And if anybody tell you different, they lying. You can keep listening to the press conferences if you want to. We're going to be right back here at the end of 2026 if y'all let that happen. We got enough call to actions. I got something that I'm going to be putting out in the community in April that's going to help us, and I can't wait to put it out there. I mean, I'm not even supposed to say that much because we're still working on it, but trust me. You don't have to be a part of the establishment to get things done. You don't have to be in the in crowd or what you call the in crowd, the status quo, to get things done. You can make it happen yourself. And when you start believing in yourself, great things take place. Your purpose manifests. It's powerful if you tap in. But when we come back, I got a story about a mother of 7 that said that her house was shot up. I want to talk about that when we get back. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
This is my first time calling in, but I listen to you all the time, and I appreciate you and with Viv Brown and everything you stand for and everything that you do. So I want to say thank you so much for being you.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017.
Hey, man, this station is on fire the last couple days.
Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad, and I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkmylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the 3rd hour of the Tory Lowe Show. It's the 5-year anniversary of the Tory Lowe Show. It's been 5 years on the radio every day. Sometimes 6 hours a day. That's powerful. A half a decade. A lot of Wisconsin Broadcasting Association awards have been won right here on the Tory Lowe Show. I'm an award-winning radio show host, and we trying to get some more awards. We just entered into the 2026 Wisconsin Broadcast Association Awards. It's going to be powerful. But like I said, we're here for the people. We've been a voice for the people, and I never celebrity'd up. I never went celebrity on this show. This show was driven from the power of the people. In 5 years, when I say I didn't celebrity up, I could have called across the country and got all these celebrities on this show. I have a huge show, one of the best shows in the state of Wisconsin. Online, I could have celebrity'd up. I could have went Hollywood. I could have went and got all of the celebrities to come on the show to call in and all of this. But I chose to do the people. I chose to have the voices of the people amplified. No voice is higher than the person in the neighborhood on my show. We are the voices, and we are the people that's going to make the change. So I'd rather have you on the show talking about what we're dealing with than to have a celebrity on the show who may not be a great example of living in the community. I could have did that. But it ain't happened in 5 years. Now, they can join in the conversation, but they don't dominate the conversation. I understand what I'm saying. So salute to everybody on the front line. Salute to Truth Nation. Salute to everybody that got on the front lines. Salute to everybody that goes to all the call to actions. And when we do things out in the community, they show up. We love you. We thank you. We appreciate you. And everything that I've done since I started this show was to be a resource and a help for the people in my community and across the country. Powerful. Powerful. Salute to Elizabeth Brown, too. Salute to Elizabeth Brown. She comes on the show faithfully. She's working in the community to make change. She's been a part of this journey since it started. So salute to Elizabeth Brown, advocate, author Elizabeth Brown as well. It's so many people that I see out in the community that are looking in my face telling me, hey, Tory, we're going to fight no matter what. Whether we get paid or not, we're going to be out here on these front lines serving the people, and I appreciate you. Well, let me get into this story. I want to talk about this mother who is thankful for her children. They have survived a devastating shootout. I guess somebody that shot her house up. And now she's on the news, afraid for her life. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, we got video of this story. Terrible story. Let's listen.
Gunshots upon gunshots.
This stuff is messing with my blood pressure. Y'all don't understand. I'm so upset.
Ada Sims says this is only a sliver of the footage captured on her home surveillance camera after the clock struck midnight on New Year's.
Started shooting. They hit the floor and everything. I'm like, go upstairs like I told y'all to do, hit the deck.
Sims says she then spent roughly 30 minutes taking cover with her 7 kids, and she's grateful they did.
It wasn't until yesterday my 8-year-old told my oldest daughter it was a hole in a window. I'm like, a hole in a window?
When she went to check it out, she discovered the back of her house was riddled with bullet holes. One even fired straight through her kitchen window.
Oh, wow. This the back of the house, all the way to the front of the house. The shell is right there in the windowsill. Made it all the way clean through.
Milwaukee Police dispatch records listed a total of 71 shots fired calls within only 5 minutes of the new year.
The actual bullet that came through the window over there, that could have been anybody in this house. Me, my children, anybody.
Sims says this was too close of a call.
I'm really scared for me and my children's life. I want to move. They want to move. I don't have no means to move right now.
Fearful for her family's safety and uncertain of their future.
I mind my business, but this is my business.
All right, well, first of all, they said this happened around New Year's. And when people shoot the guns, and we just had a story out of Bayview where the families were riled up because somebody had shot up a couple houses celebrating New Year's. But this was after New Year's. They say that this happened in an alley. I may want to, in my mind, somebody trying to kill this woman. This looked like a direct. Somebody was aiming at that house. This seems like this has something more to do than New Year's. This is at least my opinion. Because one of the holes looked like somebody was shooting like a shotgun at the house. And there was multiple shots fired at this house from the back of the house, from the alley at the house. So they're saying it may be a New Year's thing, but it looked like this may be targeted. This looked like this may be something more sinister, against her, and maybe they were trying to, do something bad to her and her family. From what I'm seeing, I know people shoot up in the air, so if they was actually shooting in the air, the house wouldn't have been sprayed up like that. So to me, this looks like somebody attempted to take her life. If she'd have called me, I would have told her, I was like, hey, look, you need to get up out of there because somebody trying to kill you. This sounds like somebody is trying to take your life or end somebody's in your family's life, and you do really need to move from this house. I don't know what's going on out in the community. I don't know y'all like that, but that looked like an attempt to shoot up her house on purpose. That's somebody that dislikes her in that whatever's going on in that house, to me. And I would advise her to leave immediately from that house. That's all I'm saying. So we starting out the year where, once again, we have 2 people that lost their lives. We have somebody on the run from a December 15th issue. Antonio Brown, if y'all know where Antonio Brown at, turn him in because there's a $25,000 reward. And you have a mother with 7 children. Now you got to be a dirty dog. You got to be a low down dirty dog to shoot up a woman in the kid's house. If y'all know any information on who did this, we got to start getting these folks off the street, because if you don't have any empathy for children and a mother, no matter what's going on, you need to be off the street. I'm going to keep an eye on this situation. Maybe I'll try to reach out to the mom and see if we can get her moved around. I usually don't reach out. I usually am by request. But I hope she don't think this was just a January 1st shooting. I hope this is not what she's trying to, or maybe the news had to broadcast it like that because they don't have any evidence of who did it. So they don't, as far as liability, they can say, okay, this is something that happened around January 1st, but they don't know who exactly did it. So it's a better story.
Unless there's something that they cut out of it, Tory, it sounds like she thought it was just an accidental shooting.
72, what they say, 72 shots? One or two? That sounds like that house got sprayed. Okay, I'm just saying. Andrew, have you ever seen a house sprayed up before?
I have once before.
Okay, now you know you got to aim at the house for that to happen.
I have been told that.
Okay, yeah. All I'm saying is, if you aiming in the sky, you're not going to spray a house up all that many times. How many shots they say? 72?
Something like that.
Okay, that's not New Year's people shooting in the sky. That's somebody trying to take your life.
I'll tell you, more than the blood pressure needs to be up.
Yeah, she need to be extremely worried about who maybe, don't like her like that. Or somebody in the house. I don't know. But that's what, at me, as far as from what I've seen, that's what that looked like.
But this is back to the head on the swivel that we talk about all the time.
Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the streets. It's dangerous out here. And we starting off the year with these situations, with these different scenarios. And this is why I asked what was people's New Year's resolution that nobody called in, got all crickets. It was all crickets. They didn't know how to really answer the question because it's something that you have to do. When it comes to something that you have to do, I noticed for the last 5 years, when I asked the community something specifically that we could do, it's crickets on this phone. That's why I keep asking the question. I already know from being on the air 5 years what people not going to call for. And that's when they have to be accountable for helping their community. That's when it's crickets. But if it's a celebrity, if it's something that's outside of them, lines light up. I really don't care at this point. We just here to give out information and have powerful, great conversations with each other. And I know many times when it's something personally that we have to do, a lot of people get quiet because maybe they living in survival mode. And I'm not against you trying to make sure that everything you got going on is protected before you try to reach out and deal with the community in a certain way. And not everybody is living a life where they can do that. So I understand that. I understand that may be the case with some people. But as a whole, when it comes to repairing the village, it's going to take a sacrifice no matter what you're going through. I had to sacrifice. I didn't take one penny in 16 years helping this community. You don't think that was a sacrifice? I'm going to tell you it's going to be a sacrifice, and it's never going to be the right time. But it's never been a better time than right now. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
Another function of white supremacy, don't teach black people stuff, because if you give us a little bit of knowledge, we'll invent something totally new. That's why it was illegal to teach slaves to read, because if we could read, then we could write. And if we could write, we could communicate. And if we could communicate, we could plan. And if we could plan, we could strategize. And if we can plan and write and read and communicate and strategize, we could overthrow white supremacy, because they've always known how fragile it is.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles. The slate's coming in. What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts, because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Hurt by a truck? Call Gruber's offices. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, we have big news. Mark your calendar for Friday, February 20th, as we'll be hosting the second annual Truth Community Awards at Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, downtown Milwaukee. We will celebrate the excellence in our community and recognize the quiet warriors creating extraordinary impact. Tickets go on sale Monday, January 12th, and you do not want to miss this night of inspiration and celebration. The Truth Community Awards is sponsored by Gruber Law Office, Steinhoffels, Milwaukee College Prep, Cousin Subs, Venue 3 at the 3rd Market Street Hall, and the Milwaukee Bucks. Hey, Hoff! Save it on your calendar, February 20th, Black History Month. Here we come. We're going to be dressed to the tilt. It's going to be powerful, Truth Nation. Once again, the second annual Truth Community Awards at Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, right here, downtown at the 3rd Street Market Hall. I cannot wait. But once again, 833-212-1017. We've been talking about that 8% increase in homicides. Homicides is up. And I guess some of y'all are like, okay, well, I looked around and last time I checked, I was still alive. So I guess I'll wait till it's me. I don't know. Something going on in the chat. What's going on in the chat? What's going on in the chat, Andrew?
There's chatters talking about what needs to happen to have people on the front lines with you.
Well, we got call to actions. Every year we do a lot of call to actions. So families will come in with situational issues, homicides, missing, things that happen on a day-to-day basis. And when we open up the call to actions, just show up or do whatever is instructed for the call to actions. And I say, this is the Tory Lowe Show challenge. All you got to do is respond to all the call to actions throughout the year. And at the end of the year, keep a list of all the call to actions, and you can visibly see how many families that your advocacy was able to assist right there in front of your face. We've been doing this for years. And salute to everybody on the front lines that at least do that, because maybe you don't trust other organizations or other ideas, but you can definitely tune into the Tory Lowe Show and get involved into a lot of call to actions, because we got a lot of them. Don't worry about it. It's plenty work. It's plenty work, Truth Nation. So come to the ones that you can come to. And then from there, add it all up. And then you'll have a list of people that you can see that you got a result in assisting. Also, this year, I'll be launching something really good this year. I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to let it slip out the bag. I don't want to slip it, but it's going to be very good for moving forward in 2026 when it comes to dealing with the community. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's going to be exciting. I've been working so hard my whole life to make sure that I can put out something that if I'm no longer around, that people can use as a tool to continue. So I'm so excited. I can't wait. Thank you to everybody that's been working with me on this project. It's been powerful. It's been powerful. But we still got to do the work. We still got to do the work. I want to go to this story while we have time. The Milwaukee parking meter rates increase, raising concerns for businesses. This is something that we knew that was coming. They were going to increase the parking meter. They increased the bus routes. Everything is going up. So I want to make sure that we understand that when you go use the parking meter right now, the rates are going up. And businesses are concerned because if they're spending more at the parking meter, they may not have much to spend with the business. So it may take away from us being able to go to a place that got a lot of parking meters, because it may detour money from those that want to come down in areas like downtown to spend money. But we got audio on this. If you're watching as we broadcast live, let's listen.
Parking spots in downtown Milwaukee mostly taken Sunday morning as people enjoy the day. And for those who work in the third ward, it can be a hassle and costly.
So if you're working in like a busier area like the third ward, it can be a little bit difficult to navigate parking.
In 2025, the city extended paid parking downtown from 6 p.m. to now 9 p.m. The extended hours for the meters are done in the interest of additional revenue from the meters and potential parking tickets.
I mean, I probably spend over $100 a week in parking, just to guarantee like you're not being towed or anything like that.
The city says parking meter rates will increase across Milwaukee. Downtown meters up the most, raising 50 cents an hour. And in areas like the business district or near colleges and hospitals, you're going to have to pay a quarter more an hour. While parking meter rates are expected to increase in downtown for the new year, businesses here in the third ward feel it could impact the customer's experience.
Oh, 100%, definitely. It's a time, they're always looking to see what time it is. It's fine, increase it, but make it more convenient. We will pay the price, but let me park all day. One of those things.
The city says the changes reflect rising overall costs associated with operating and maintaining the city's parking meter system.
Since you do have to pay for parking, I'm just having to go buy parking at a lot.
All right. Well, I'll say this. If people have to choose between going downtown to a place they like to go and going somewhere where they don't have to do parking meter, y'all might lose some customers in this. And put the cost on the people. This is all I see is, okay, we're mismanaging a lot of these ideas, but let's throw the cost on the people. Let's tax the people a little bit more to see if we can make the difference. This is what I'm seeing. Over the last couple of years, they're moving the cost to the residents, and their salaries are going up. This is what I'm seeing. I mean, if the mayor increased his salary $20,000, right? If the common council got a raise, that was taking out the budget. You know what I mean? If they would have cut that out, they probably wouldn't have to have this extra tag on the meters downtown. But they got their bag. They got their little money. They got their coins. You just got to pay for it. You got to give more of your coins while they increase their coins. And the businesses are going to suffer. Because if I got a bunch of people And I know I got to worry every 2 hours. Let's say the max, some of those meters, the max is 2 hours. And I know I got a group of people, we're going to be down here more than 2 hours, and we about 6 blocks away from the meter. I guess they say it's something online too, like a digital component to a lot of these parking meters but if I got to be worried about parking and getting a ticket while I'm out trying to have fun, and sometimes you're not going to be precise. You're going to be out there having fun with the family. You may get doing a beanbag toss. You might get in a heated game of beanbag toss, and you may look up and be like, oh, man, I didn't feed the meter, and now you get back to the car, and you got a $20 parking ticket on the car. So the whole evening can get expensive, and so a lot of people may be deterred from going downtown, and then that business or these businesses are going to start to suffer. They don't care. I got my raise. I increased the taxes. I did all this stuff. Hey, we straight. Matter of fact, I don't even, when I leave downtown, I work down here. I want to go down to Chicago and spend my money. And they got the dispensaries in Chicago. Like some of these people, they be making laws and they don't have the people in mind at all. They just, the people gonna have to, when we mismanage things and don't run things right, we'll push the cost off on the people. Now Milwaukee at a point where every solution is to push the cost off on the people. Even though our salaries are not going up, taxes, people paying their yearly taxes for the houses, that didn't went up. The buses didn't went up. The meters didn't went up. Sales tax, I mean, what's going on? We're going to be paying a lot more this year. We are going to be paying a lot more just to be out this year. I understand what I'm saying. What somebody in the chat says, maybe folks should have been paying their bus fare like most folks. Either way, all right, if I'm not paying the bus fare, what's the protocol for that? Because they had to be let on the bus. So if I don't got no money, if I can't get into a club, if I don't have the money and the security at the front, I can't get into the club. So is it the person that's getting on the bus for free or the protocol to try to deter people from getting on the bus for free? Now that's a question. Because if I don't have the money to get in certain buildings, they not going to let me in. Hey, you know what? I don't got the money. Just let me in. I don't got my ID. Just let me in. No. So what is the business plan for the county buses? Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm Dr. Jasmine Zapata, Chief Medical Officer for Community Health at the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. Every year in the U.S., about 21,000 lung cancer deaths are caused by radon, an odorless, tasteless, and colorless gas. 1 in 10 Wisconsin homes has high levels of radon. Does yours? Call 1-888-LOW-RADON or visit lowradon.org to learn more. Test, fix, save a life.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. To help ring in the new year, I sat down with Bloomberg U.S. Sports business reporter Randall Williams to get his take on which prominent black sports figures we should keep an eye on in 2026. And right now, all eyes are on the WNBA. It's as popular as ever, but they're without a collective bargaining agreement. And Terry Carmichael Jackson is at the center of negotiations as executive director of the Women's National Basketball Players Association.
Everybody wants this fair deal, and Terry is trying to negotiate on behalf of the players so that they're able to gain more equity, a better revenue sharing split that allows them to grow with the business of the W. And we've seen these expansion fees go from $50 million to $250 million, and then there's a team for sale that will surely exceed that $250 million price. But with that in mind, we all want to see the players get paid more.
That's Bloomberg's Randall Williams. How Jackson handles these talks could make a huge difference in a key moment for women's pay in sports. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. Packers versus Bears Part 3 is on the way after the Packers backups lose to Minnesota on Sunday 16-3. They now look to head back to Chicago in the first round of the playoffs. Head coach Matt LaFleur.
I believe in that locker room. I believe in the talent that we have, the players that we have, how committed they are, how together they are.
Packers Bears kicks off once again on Saturday at 7 p.m. in Chicago. The Milwaukee Bucks win in Sacramento last night 115-98. The next game is in Golden State on Wednesday. UW River Falls wins the Stag Bowl for the first time ever for their first championship.
Baja calls his own number, pushing in, touchdown River Falls! The Falcons the lead for the first time tonight.
UW River Falls hadn't made the playoffs in 30 years. 24-14 is your final. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This the Tory Lowe Show, this the Tory Lowe Show. You gotta tune in. You gotta tune in. Yeah. This the Tory Lowe Show, this the Tory Lowe Show, this the Tory Lowe Show. You gotta tune in. You gotta tune in. Yeah. Hey, Tory Lowe. You know
it starts with a spark, and at Milwaukee College Prep, that spark turns into something extraordinary. For ages 3 through 8th grade, MCP nurtures balance, building scholars with knowledge, character, and confidence. 88% of the students face economic hardship, but that doesn't define them, because MCP, every child's potential shines. With 4 campuses and one powerful mission, college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is free, high-performing, and open to all Milwaukee families. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to enroll or get involved. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com, where Milwaukee's future begins to shine. Joining me on the lines is advocate, author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Hello. Happy Monday, King. All is well.
Hey, look, it's already the new year, and it's already statistics coming out that homicides was up 8%. 8%. But Baltimore and Chicago is down.
Well, I mean, even when, they was giving us the dog and the pony show, the banana and the tailpipe, that everything is good. When our mayor, Cavalier, what you talking about, Willis Johnson, stated that there has been a drop. Okay, because remember before he was saying, homicides is down and rape and everything was up. Okay.
Right.
But now we see the smoke has cleared and homicides are now up. Where's Adam Procell? And what is he doing to curb this? The reality of it is, though, King, this is the age of Aquarius, and all the lies will be exposed. Okay, so here we are. Again, we're taxed to the max: wheel tax, house tax, car tax, insurance tax, levy tax, kids tax, vacation tax for the elected officials. Everybody is getting paid, except for the people. I mean, even to the point where, again, we're paying all of these taxes for MPS and everything else. And now there's a story coming out that teachers saying that they didn't get paid a period of time. I mean, again, the malfeasance that we are seeing, the failures, the streets that we're driving down, that's destroying our cars, even though we're paying more to get them registered, we're paying more to get them to do the upkeep. Again, at what point do it all collapse? Because I mean, right now it's really a joke. It's really a joke.
Well, they passing off the cost to the people. Every solution
Absolutely
is to pass the cost off to the people.
Again, and this is what we say all the time, why we have to be about that action, because if we thinking they gonna come, one thing for sure and two for certain that we've learned in 2025 and coming into 2026, we don't care about how much money we throw at it. It's not going to get done until we do it, because the individuals that's in these seats that got the letters behind their name, that wear these suits, we know that they not getting their hands dirty. We know that they don't care about what the real statistics is. They'll fluff it. They'll do everything that they need to do. Again, the only thing this current mayor and these individuals that's so-called the leadership has did consistently was made all the wrong damn decisions on what it is that they need to be doing. Because again, I don't feel no relief. We as the people don't feel any relief. So again, what are we doing? And again, it falls on us in 2026. And this is why we always say you have to be about that action. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much money they take from us, because we still got to go to work, we're not getting any kickbacks. There's no tax cuts for us.
Right. Wow.
It's tax increasing to a point where I'm already paying for my house that I got to continue to pay in the city, which is, like I said, the biggest scam ever written. That no, even when you pay your house off, you still don't ever own it, because if you don't pay the property tax, they can come take it. Then you turn around and have to pay for a permit to park in front of your house. And not only do you have to pay for that permit to park in front of your house, you have to park on the right side of the street, the side of the street that they tell you you need to park on daily. Okay.
Man.
So I mean, again, the truth behind them saying continue to pay, continue to work and own nothing is real.
Hey, and also when we talk about just the illusion of keeping people delusional, this is what upsets me, because I've been saying to people last year was worse. I've been telling people I had a heavy last year. That's why the last couple weeks of last year I had to take off because I had to rest.
Absolutely.
It was a heavy year. And so but everybody fought me. It's getting better. It's getting better. But now we're seeing that the whole time that no work was being done, at least in Milwaukee.
It was a fluff.
Well, and a lot of people got offended, but a hit dog gonna holler. And,
every time.
And just because you are running in place, a lot of people think that they're moving, but they're running in place because the leadership had them running in place. They're moving, but they're not going anywhere. And so when you have leadership that don't know what to do, and then they get their buddies in on it, they make sure everybody getting a check on Friday. But
it's
then
criminal.
When the statistics come out, it shows. And before the statistics came out, I said that it was not good.
Sure did.
And now
we
it's
seen
8% higher. So how does Chicago, which has a reputation of homicides, go down? Baltimore, which has a reputation of homicides, they actually had a idea over there that worked for them, but we're still struggling. And how you have years where you say homicides are down, but all of a sudden homicides go up. So what, did the programs disappear? Because did it run out? The money run out? No,
again, we said it. You said it best. The ghost advocates of Milwaukee. Again, wellness and safe wear. Okay, wellness and safe wear. Because again, it's not showing. And again, for those who say, "Oh well, you know, he just got in there, give him some time." We've been giving time. He didn't apply for it. The mayor went and got him.
This is not even a new program. This program been running for almost a decade.
That part with zero results. Your show have proven time and time again when Ashanti had it, when what was her name? When she had it, Anita Holloman had it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a failure. And at what point do we say enough is enough and accept that this not working? But at the same time, when we're accepting that it's not working, where the hell is our money? Can we get a kickback?
I think that many times when we talk about just when homicides come up, they have press conferences. And
absolutely,
these are the people with the titles that's supposed to be dealing with this. Because every time the news get to sniffing around and say, okay, well, what's going on? I pay attention to who they have to talk to that is got the title.
Come on,
not the work.
That's it.
But
that's it.
So they paying a lot of in administration, I guess.
Yeah.
You know the administration salaries are coming in, overflowing in, but the results have been. This is not a new concept. This is why I say we should be upset at this point. And now homicides is up 8% right after you put a murderer in the seat.
Come on, say that. That part.
It's the truth.
That part. A violent murderer, okay?
I'm just saying that's what it sounds harsh, but that's Milwaukee.
Hey.
This is what happened. This is what they did.
It's time to take the Band-Aid off, okay? There's no more sugarcoating, soft speaking, soft whispering, because it's not getting us nowhere. The reality of it is, and they knew, like I said, Cavalier Johnson, it has been consistent with always hiring failures, okay? From the school board lady to this wellness and safety individual, the chick that's over
the housing,
the chick that's over the voting. I mean, all of these people told him ahead of time that there were issues with these individuals. There is no way in hell that it would happen anywhere else but right here in Milwaukee, that this failure of a mayor can continue to hire failures and then continue to lie in the people's face on these dog and pony shows with the news, and nobody asking the hard questions. Nobody is applying pressure. And at the same time, here we are right after. I mean, we can go back and get the footage where he said that homicide and everything was down. And here we are right now in 2026, the beginning, early in 2026, where they're saying it's up 8%.
Wow. Hey, look, I got to go to break for my blood pressure go up. You know what I mean? Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. We have Elizabeth Brown live on the V-Mix. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The MPS City Conference basketball season is starting to heat up, and we are bringing you all the live hoops action right here on 1017 The Truth. Tune in Tuesday night as we have a matchup between conference foes as the Carmen Northwest Eagles travel to take on the South Division Cardinals. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. City Conference basketball is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS Proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Education changes everything. It opens doors, shapes futures, and builds the foundation for our children's success. At City Ford Collective, we're working to transform our city's schools and ensure every Milwaukee child receives the high-quality education they deserve. We've taken real steps forward, but our work is far from done. This giving season, we're asking you to join us. Together, we can secure a stronger future for our children and a stronger future for Milwaukee. To support our mission, visit cityforwardcollective.org/donate. That's cityforwardcollective.org/donate.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call and that's all.
They will do what they say they're gonna do. One call and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
It is what it is. It's taxpayers' dollars. It's like monopoly money. It's like, you know what? We can just pay our bills with this money. You know what? The homeless, they already out there. They already in the tent. I walked past the other day. They were out there having fun and singing and stuff like that. I mean, this is what I'm saying. This is the attitude. Like, you know what? We're going to just take this money, right? We'll think about this in 2 months. We'll reconvene after we pay off our bills, and see what we got left.
Yeah, Christmas coming up.
Yeah, we got Christmas coming up. Yeah, basically, yeah. And it's just like this nonchalant attitude with the taxpayers' dollars. You know what? Look at MPS. Look how much money we threw at MPS right here in the city of Milwaukee. We throwing money at these places. Like, it ain't like they don't have the funding.
The Tory Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Live on YouTube and right here on 101.7 The Truth. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
A hero coming through, running through, black bandana. Little kid screaming, that's Tory Lowe. I gotta say my city black man can do. I'm just here to do what God say. 10 toes down in Milwaukee. They put my name on the highways. If you need me, better call me. And they say, when something going on, who you gon' call? Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Are you ready to level up your mindset, your money, and your future? Join Coach Erica Odoms, real estate investor, success coach, and published author for a On the Journey with Coach Erica. This month's episode airs Tuesday, January 6th at 6 p.m. and focuses on financial planning. Where do I start? Coach Erica welcomes Jeffrey Webster, real estate investor and bank manager, and Jasmine Webster, real estate investor. Tune in On the Journey with Coach Erica live right here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, January 6th at 6 p.m. All right. Elizabeth Brown, we got a lot to discuss today. There was a lot of powerful conversation going on, but I want to ask you the question of the day, Elizabeth Brown.
Okay.
Question of the day. Why, when people are alive, people try to find fault in them and, basically they going to hell. But when they die, all of a sudden, at the funeral, everybody going to heaven.
I think it's a program, again, like I said, we as a human people, we tend to cling on to, because that's the conversation that we had when we you could do a million things right and it's easily forgotten, and you do one thing wrong and they hold it over your head for the rest of your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a complex that we have, that we truly believe that we don't have to appreciate a person while they're here, that when they, again, the reactionary sense, where it's like the people that really check for us, look for us, care for us, we seem to take them for granted. I was just having this conversation yesterday, with my daughter, about her biological father and, his lack of being in her life. And there was a point in time in her life where I had to tell her, I said, at some point you can no longer continue to give energy to people who decided to leave, because then it's a slap in the face of the people who never left. You understand what I'm saying? So when we're talking about death, I think it's more of a complex that we all have, where everything in our life, especially in our community, we're reactionary to everything because they keep us on our toes to a point where usually when we get what it is we need, is too late. Like it's on top of us, our elected officials on down, even to in our personal lives, where it's not a fire until it's a 7 alarm fire.
Right.
Like where we're scrambling trying to, what I'm saying, maintain or try to come up with an answer. Like individuals who they call you when they done exhausted everything else and they looking for the Hail Mary. Because again, I think it goes back to, the Bible of sitting, praying to God, so you don't have to physically do anything yourself and think that a miracle is going to come through, not understanding that it's the God within. It's you, not the God, but you a God.
Right.
And so you
God's
have to
children.
understand, absolutely. And you have the power within yourself to do what it is that you need to do to make what it is that you're saying you need happen. And so when they have you sitting on your hands and praying to the sky, then they can continue to black your eye. Because they know ain't nobody coming, and it takes the power away from you. So it's easy for us to demonize a person while they're alive and then automatically say they going to heaven, even though we know, that a lot of people who we demonize when they're alive, and then when they die, it's that sorrow, it's that compassion, it's the I wish I would have spent more time or got to know them or forgave them. It's again hustling backwards. Pretty much.
This is why I say, like, we have to, as a people, we have to understand that we live in these neighborhoods. We know who is who. The streets know what's going on. We know we are choosing to go downhill at this point.
Choosing to lose.
Because there's enough information out here. It's enough understanding that we don't have to continue to repeat outcomes that are not to our benefit. But I think that we continue along because we see the masses. We try to follow the masses. Instead, change comes. And many times when change comes, there's not a lot of people in that space. You have to create change to redirect the masses.
Absolutely. But it's the fight or flight, because like I said, when we didn't been programmed, it's the comfortability that comes with the toxicity. Because even though it's toxic, I know what that looked like. The fear comes in, and it be the main people who say they believe in God that allow fear to stop them from moving forward. The unknowing. And I tell people all the time, like, it's a smack in God's face. If you're a true believer, you got to step out on that faith. You have to understand, like, I know what yesterday looked like. I don't want to repeat yesterday. To repeat yesterday is insanity. To continue to do the same thing and expect a different result is insanity. And a lot of us is mentally insane because it's that fear that keeps us from moving forward and doing the change or becoming the change, because the reality is a lot of us don't want to live in reality. We like the illusion because the illusion we're able to play in people's face too. Like I said, when we're around a lot of people who claim they do the work, we don't allow them to play in our face because we know what's happening. you know. But if you're a people who just sitting listening to the news and believing what the news is saying, who's been misleading our community since the beginning of time, on what it is, how they cut and paste our stories, how they spin these narratives to get us to go against what it is that we truly know what's happening. Because again, like you stated, you in the neighborhood, you got to go to the store. If you locking your doors, if your kids can't play outside, if you paying your taxes and everything is going up, but you have all of these questions, and then you have to reach out to a Tory Lowe. You have to request an individual that you know not getting paid to help you to get the result or to get the resolve. You are part of the problem at this point. And at some point, like I said, you know, and I say it all the time, a lot of people just are in the way. A lot of people gonna have to die, sadly, because change for a lot of people is death. Of the old mind frame, of the old way things are being done, and you can't be lazy. You can't be lazy and expect somebody to come in and swoop down with the cape on, because again, it's only one Tory Lowe.
Man.
And you can't be everywhere all the time.
Well, I got a question. What do you want to see in 2026? What's the one thing that you want to see happen in our neighborhoods? If you can get one thing to happen this year, what is it?
An overhaul of the elected officials. For the people to really change their minds, to change their life and move these individuals around. We need a revolving door for these seats, because a lot of these individuals are rooted in these seats and don't have no results. So that would be the one thing that I would want to see us go to the polls and move these clowns around, because it's go time.
Hey, all right. Well, we threw that out there in the universe.
Absolutely. Let's see what it do.
Hey, we gonna see it. You see what you say, manifestation.
Hey, look here. I believe it. Let's see it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you for being on the Front Lines, Queens. This is my anniversary show. This is 5 years on the air today.
Hey, congrats. Salute.
Hey, here we go. All right.
Hey, 5 in, 5 to go.
Hey, I feel like, I'm supposed to be getting out on parole sometime. I done put in 5 years. All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, King.
All
Salute.
right, Truth
My
Nation.
love.
Powerful show today. Look, the award-winning 1017 The Truth is the home of Milwaukee Panthers basketball. Panthers basketball is back in action tonight as the Panthers take on the Green Bay Phoenix at Crash Center. Scott Wars has the coverage starting at 5:30 p.m. 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network. From Learfield, tip-off is at 6 p.m. Hey, look, salute to everybody that joined the show today. Salute to everybody in the chat. Another powerful chat. If you have not joined the chat, you are missing out on something that's going on the show. They be doing their own thing. Sometimes I look in the chat, I don't know what's going on. But salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.